There we go. Oh no, I actually got the teams right.
Cool. Okay, so here we are, match P. All teams are assembled right now. There was a bit of a scare when Tårry went offline for the past hour or so. That's the reason for the delay we have right now. But everyone's here. Players are now beginning to record their demos. And the knife round will be underway soon. And at the moment, I posted an announcement. How long's the delay?
It's a minute.
Ah, here we go, we're going live now. On the Twitch stream.
Hell you, motherfucker.
Now I'm gonna spam everyone on my friends list.
War mode is on. There should be a restart any second. Looks like Rain made some kind of config with a knife counter. Knife, knife, knife.
It's time.
And here we go.
Here we go, knife round going. I just
Looks
sent
like
a message to everyone.
everyone except Idle is going assault. They're just playing recon.
Okay, who's gonna be the first to team kill?
Oh,
We've had a
actually,
team kill on every single knife round so far in the tournament.
Mike
So-
is actually went weakness.
I don't know if that's true anymore, so I think we had one without a team kill.
It's minor details, but
Yeah, this is pretty minor.
so all players now on the other side of the fence in a bloody
Gecko's
brawl.
actually almost dead already. Smartly, or not, smartly retreating. Gecko's at 1 HP, but he doesn't give a fuck, really. Here you go, we're sticking him down. He pulled Force down to 1 HP though, which is kind of impressive.
Can STeDoS clutch it out. He takes down
Idle's
one.
at
Can he
10.
take down a second on 1 HP? He takes down both, clutches it out for his team. That was nice.
Idle does not repeat the last round where he wins the knife fight with 2 kills.
So that means we have Force's team now picking their preferred team for the rest of this match.
Force going Genrai.
Which means I have to switch the banner around.
Yeah. It's extra work for you, innit? Rain mercilessly slays everyone. We have 20 viewers now on the stream. Hopefully that'll maintain this match P match.
I have a feeling this is going to be one of the tense matches.
It should be.
This is not the game going, by the way. It's
No. We'll have a quick reset of the scores, and then it'll be underway.
We can probably judge that both teams seem to be going full assault, 0 silence.
Maybe. Idle does seem to have a preference for recon some of the time, but we'll see how it pans out during the match.
Yeah, it's just that he pulled out the assault now. For the in-between round.
Live in 1 and a bit seconds.
Live, live, live!
Okay, so now we have Gecko's team starting in the west and Jinrai team starting in the east.
Yeah, they're all going CR assaults. Force is going a normal CR though.
Yeah, he seems to have affordness for the carbine.
Yeah. Everyone likes having muscle flashes. It's scary.
That's certainly true for the SRM, at least for me.
Yeah. NSF seem to be taking the ghost immediately, just locking down the garage.
Force pushed up pretty far up to the garage, but he's not. He's moving in slowly now. This could end badly for him.
Yeah.
Just by himself, his two teammates not really there for him. STeDoS falls back to Dr.Michaelopolis, who's watching the T-junction. Idle takes down Force in the garage, making the Jinrai team aware of the positions that NSF may be.
Yeah, NSF is in like, not a game-winning position here. It's so hard for Jinrai to do anything with that quick loss.
Yeah, look at the tightness of that formation that the NSF have right now. But they're starting to move out through into the southeast, out the garage, with Tårry taking their 6.
Yeah, I think locking down the next doorway would be more effective for NSF since you can have 2 people looking at it.
Yeah, Michaelopolis though now is moving into the NSF spawn.
STeDoS
into the long flank.
STeDoS actually catches Idle.
Gecko takes vengeance. Yeah. So now it's 2 for 1. Any equalization then by STeDoS was put down.
Yeah.
Michaelopolis now almost done with his long flank, but Gecko now watching the position. Switch positions with Tårry, who's now watching the southeast entrance.
Gecko's really restless. He keeps moving. Gecko's at half. Michael's at 25.
Both of them on significant damage. Michael can't really stay put and let them have this win. You'll probably be aware of the numbers right now.
Interestingly, Terry-san grabs the ghost with Gecko hurt.
A nade out, blocked by the box in front of the red van. They're aware of his position. Will he fall back? No.
Oh, Tårry steps out into the line of fire.
Oh.
Takes 96 damage.
Throws a grenade out there, catching Dr. Michaelopolis as he tries escaping. First round goes to NSF.
Is that all talk? It probably is.
So round 2 starting. 2 assaults on the NSF team, and probably the same formations again, I'd guess. No, Idle I think has actually gone no, Tårry's gone recon this round.
That's interesting. I don't know what Tårry likes to play.
Force now pushing straight up towards the fence, but decides not to climb it. Michaelopolis far at the back of the map. They're not pushing towards the ghost straight away.
Yeah, teams are cutting the map in half this round, although NSF aren't really covering the garage. Nor Jinrai. Still, the onus is on Jinrai here. Although it's not too bad yet. They can still afford a few ties.
Yeah. Tårry's dead now on the ghost, but maintaining a position close to it.
Michael climbed up to the fence instead of looking over the fence. Moving up onto the arch now, he'll probably get spotted.
Yeah, but from the arch you can at least look down into the pagoda area. But from the vents you can't look onto ground level.
Idle and Mike are actually in visible range of each other. They just don't seem to see each other.
Idle sees Tårry jumping around. That motion vision catching him probably.
Michael seems Tårry.
Tårry takes 1 bullet. Michael, yeah, he's been put down to 37 HP by Idle, right at the very back.
Yeah. And you expose yourself pretty bad up there. Like, Idle, he was in visible range of Idle. It took a long while for Idle to actually see him.
Yeah, and the lack of cover just leaves you so exposed.
Yeah. It's a high risk with a pretty small reward, since people on the other side have a lot more cover.
Michaelopolis tentatively moving towards the garage. Combat now happening in the T-junction. The team captain of the NSF, Gecko, goes down.
All the Jinrai are below half health or at half health now.
Idle moves up to the fence.
Two Jinrai going garage, leaving Michael to cover the courtyard by himself. No, Michael falls back into spawn now. The Jinrai have a pretty weird split of their people, with Michael being all alone.
Yeah. Except for now, both teams are captainless.
Idle seems pretty... The NSF need to do something here. They only have 15 seconds, and I'm not sure if they realize it. Alright, Idle moving to garage now.
Idle goes down to force fed.
Michael's at 10 HP, but Terry's not gonna get in time.
Yeah, that's three players to one player, meaning Jinrai wins, putting it to 1-1. Maybe an early indicator to how close this match will be, which I'd certainly think it will be a close match.
Yeah. And Jinrai, though, just not caring at all about fighting after the round, it seems. Both Mike and STeDoS just started walking around and not covering the doors.
I don't think with such a assault-centric loadout, there's much urgency to get the MX with the ZR silenced into.
Yeah.
I know Michael swears by the ZR silenced.
It's always good to have options, though. And you don't want to give your opponents option.
So, Ghost now in the possession of NSF, I think.
Yep, Gecko, hold it.
Be calling out positions to his teammates via Mumble.
Force is gonna throw a grenade at the Ghost, Michaelopolis. He's thinking about it. No, doesn't do it.
Thinks better of wasting a grenade.
They let Idle push up through the garage up to their side. Tårry, though, pushing in the other side, gets picked off.
Idle hears a cloak on the garage side. Gecko's still clutching the Ghost. Force having to use that ZR carbine at range at his own spawn. Is Idle gonna fall back? Yeah, he's fallen back a little bit, but he's just edging off at the moment.
Yeah, and Gecko has no weapon to pick up at the moment. And that's probably why he's not letting go of the Ghost. Jinrai, as you expect, just camping it pretty hardcore. Forcepet's pretty hurt, actually, down the firing lane that he and Idle share.
Yeah, but he seems more preemptive on his shots than Idle do. That suppressing fire now, scaring Idle off.
Yeah. Worth
Although
noticing is that Jinrai all have lower ping than NSF.
Idle pushes through towards the T-junction at high pace. Now they're already, they might not anticipate this move. It wasn't that long ago since he was at the T-junction at the garage.
Yeah, Gecko moving after Idle, though, is gonna tip them off a bit. And now they know.
STeDoS' prime position allowed him to watch both a garage exit and T-junction exit. That's quite a good position he's got. Now force-fed looking for a grenade in the T-junction, but instead he pushes up on lower health. They're going to try and go for the ghost cap here, but Michael's in position already, in anticipation.
Yeah.
Michael
Gecko.
dealing damage to both of the players. Throws a grenade out. Oh,
Idle getting shot.
that was nicely done. Michael's grenade catching off Gecko then.
Yeah, I don't think he saw it. It landed right where he was running. That seemed like quite a lucky bounce. I think it hit off a pole or a tree.
Two one now.
2-1.
Yeah.
Let's see how Gecko's team plays when they're behind. Taking a support here, Tårry.
From one
Jinrai.
extreme to the other.
Yeah, Jinrai is sticking with it. STeDoS taking an M41 here.
Much better than the abundance of M41 silences we've seen in the tournament so far. I mean, it can be useful, but only really with the extended cloak time of the recon, which makes it an almost fair lieutenant weapon, despite it being a pile of garbage.
Yeah.
Okay, so Idle now moving towards the garage along with his teammates.
The forfeit is in the garage behind the corner where you might not expect to look. And the Jinrai NSF are pushing through it now.
If he leans out now, he'll be able to catch one of them off, but he's staying in cover. He
He's
sees
seen
one,
them, but he's
but
holding
too
fire.
late. He held his cover and held his fire
He knows
for
now,
a little
though.
too long.
He can lean out the other side and just wait here, probably.
Idle, none the wiser, pushing up towards the ghost. He's still pushing up.
Gecko's actually around past the corner where the force field was.
Yeah,
earlier.
Gecko, no idea.
Oh, Gecko doesn't see it at all.
Forces just to reload and takes him down.
Force perfectly flanking there. Getting lucky with Gecko, but still a really good play.
They might not anticipate the MX support at this point, will the Jinrai team,
Yeah,
as
but
Tårry now moves up towards Force's old position. But
at this point they can afford to lose a man against him, just to know.
Tårry
Terry's
must be
on
feeling the pressure.
Yeah, he's on the ghost though, so he doesn't have to watch out for any capping action. Had the ghost been anywhere else, that would have been a real danger right now.
Yeah, it's also a danger that if he doesn't move out and maybe go on the hunt, then he may lose the round, but as a support, if he goes on the hunt, Ghost can just be taken out of his back pocket so easily.
Jinrai are sticking together here. They don't seem to know what Terry-san is or where he is at the moment.
Their probably intention is to wait it out and give them that 2-point lead, which will be quite significant this early on, especially with the closeness of the first 2 rounds.
Terry-san pushing out now. I think it's a pretty good time to push out. The ghost won't be capable for many more seconds here. Force, Terry-san sees one. Force is standing on top of the doorway, waiting for him to come out. Michaelopolis only taking cosmetic damage.
Tårry will be... It's being very careful, but...
Yeah.
It's kind of warranted. He does need the kills, but at the same time it is 3 versus 1.
Yeah, the Jinrai are watching the doorway he's at. STeDoS pushing in with his Tachi.
Tårry-san moves in now, 5 seconds. Takes down STeDoS. Will he do anything else? Will he cap one more? He needs to push out? No.
Terry-san could have pushed out and caught Michael off guard there. With the MX, he probably would have won the fight. He wouldn't have catch Michael off guard, but he would have caught him.
So that gives the Jinrai team a significant lead. Dr.Michaelopolis netting that point for himself at post-round.
Yeah. Jinrai probably gonna have a sergeant by the end of the next round.
Is it
Especially if
Idle's
they switch
turn?
up.
Yeah, now it's Idle's turn to go recon. Choosing the Cheetah.
Yeah. Unsilenced Jitty, right?
Yep.
Terry taking the M41 silenced. Kind of a weird loadout from NSF.
But Idle's
Gecko
rushed in,
uses the
I
nade.
think. No, he's intending to rush through Gary, sorry. He had his knife out, yep, he's going straight through now. Not holding back. And now he's...
STeDoS is camping it.
That grenade taught to Gecko by you, Afro.
Yep. I was waiting for it.
One of the more tricky cross-map nades seen on other maps like Tarmac is a similar kind of nade to similar positions.
It's based on time. Oh, Michaelopolis catching Terry-san off guard.
Just
Terry.
leaning out a T-junction.
Terry was watching the wrong door.
But
No.
Idle has gone in quickly to maybe avenge his teammate. But Michaelopolis seemed to be anticipating it by throwing out a nade in his general direction.
Terry weirdly... Oh, Idle's gonna intercept Michael on the other side here.
Oh,
Michael wins
Michaelopolis. Yeah, 15 HP left though.
Gecko can clean this up. The Jinrai are pretty uncoordinated at the moment. Michael's camping in a dangerous spot when Gecko gets out here.
Will he look to his left though?
Did,
Or will he
did
carry on
Michael
around the
see
pagoda?
him? Oh, that's
No, he's
close.
carrying around on the other side of pagoda. If he moves straight towards garage at this point without checking his corners thoroughly, he might get caught off by...
Michael's gonna see him when he jumps the fence. Oh, Gecko sees him. There you go. The bridge hitbox is a bit weird.
So it's 1-for-1 right now. A tie would work in the Jinrai's favour, but STeDoS now falling back towards his own spawn with his
Yeah.
pistol out.
Gecko could have this close to the ghost, and STeDoS probably knows that.
Gecko should now spot him, allowing him to hunt him down. Trouble is,
STeDoS got a shotgun.
STeDoS has got a shotgun, but if he misses that initial shot with the HP he has, he could go down to the Tachi. They're closing in together now. Gecko
Gecko's
falls back
gonna
and
win
reaches
out.
for his gun.
Out here, Gecko's gonna win with the loadout they have.
STeDoS moves around to the other side, anticipating Gecko's move of looping around to the other entrance, but the shotgun catches him right in the head.
Kneeling.
Good move by STeDoS. And that's Force asking for a pause. We'll have a... wonder what that's about. Maybe a rethink of strats?
No, I'm guessing they have some problems. I hope they do. And not because I want them to fail, but because I think pausing just to think seems kind of...
Hey, it's like sports, man. Time out.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Now, Jinrai have 2 sergeants at this point, and instead of not really claiming him points.
That was really unfortunate for Gecko. Well thought out plan, but just didn't quite get the execution because STeDoS was very perceptive.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was STeDoS or his captain shouting it out, but Gecko got caught out real bad. Out of all the places, you don't want to be around a corner when there's a shotgun on the other side. Any other confrontation, and Gecko probably would have won it.
This pause is taking a while. No players seem to have disconnected from either team, so I wonder what the trouble is.
Maybe his mom called.
Not now, Mom. I'm playing NeoTokyo.
It's taking a while.
Yeah. Let's turn down the hype a bit. No need to be hype right now.
So now it's a really strong lead. Force. Readying.
Shameless. What do you call it?
Self-advertisement, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's it.
But yeah, if you haven't already, which almost everyone has, check out Jinrai Slips.
And we're back.
Pushback endorsed, #1 fan site for NeoTokyo.
So we have the games going on again. Finally. Not sure what that was about.
Yeah, it really isn't looking good for NSF right now with a 4-1 lead for the Jinrai team.
Tårry's going with the silence 1041.
Yeah. Idol at least has got the silenced jetty now.
Instead of sticking with a shotgun. I always enjoy seeing players using shotguns. Never works out for me, but I always appreciate a good shotgun user in this game.
You mean a user that has a good shotgun?
Oh yeah, it seems like it's down to the super behaving rather than the actual player's talents. It has its own personality. Personality of a complete dick.
Yeah.
So Idol
Jinrai
moving
logging
in
down the
quickly.
garage here.
Yeah, Idol's
Ooh, Idol
moving.
might get caught out here moving
GTA
in.
Scope, he's run out of cloak. Just
Oh.
nope, denied entrance into the garage completely.
Force is gonna get a nade in after him, possibly. No, doesn't do it.
The Jinrai team mirroring the initial positions and layout of the NSF's first round with the same ghost position.
Yeah, Jinrai playing for ties from now on, it seems. With the ghost in the garage, you can take a really powerful defensive position. That's really the only place on the map where you can do it without spreading yourself out. Instead, you're actually forcing the attacker to spread out. Idol will get blown up if he pulls the pin on that pack.
Yeah, the NSF don't seem too keen to move on to the strong position the Jinrai team have. Probably because they're aware of how strong that position is.
And Jinrai don't seem particularly to care about moving out, understandably.
Could this be the first tie of the match so far?
Probably not. I expect NSF to do something eventually.
Yeah. In which case, if it is a tie, though, it would work heavily in Jinrai favour with such a strong lead already.
Yeah.
Gecko now tentatively moves up towards the garage. Along with Idle, who's already on half health, a significantly low amount of health for a recon.
Tårry-san lone on the other side. Tårry-san pushing in with the M41 silence now. Michael just mowing Gecko down. Did Idle get through? Idle got through behind them. Idle actually jumped through with them somehow.
Oh, almost caught one of the Jinrai team off guard.
Yeah.
And the M41 silence completely letting down Tårry-san then. In
Not
that close
surprising.
quarters.
MX versus M41. They do about the same. I think the MX actually does more damage per bullet.
That's 5-1 now to Jinrai. A heavy lead. And from what began at that round as what seemed like passive play, really resulted into aggressive play. No team wanting to extend this match for longer than it needs to be with ties.
Well, Jinrai probably do, but NSF can't.
Yeah, NSF definitely in a stranglehold at this point.
Jinrai expecting the grenade the second time around. Idle pushing up as assault with CR silenced with the Gecko as well through garage.
Synchronized rush here maybe.
Yeah,
Tårry-san
might try to push out pretty hard.
taking an extended position with the M41 silenced again. A better idea than last time. Pushing into the garage didn't work out for him. Using that weapon at range would be much better.
STeDoS keeps picking the soup and playing with a pistol. It worked out for him one round, so I'm not going to say anything, but it's an interesting choice. Gecko actually falling back from garage. Is he gonna jump the fence? No.
Explosions at Garage T-Junction may be giving away Idle's position now.
I think Michaelopolis saw him force fed mowing down Tårry-san. Only getting hit once. Michael taking down Idle.
And Gecko goes down to STeDoS' pistol. 6-1 now to the Jinrai team. This match, with my initial predictions of it playing out quite closely, have been dashed.
Yeah.
I'm really quite surprised. I did draw up similarities between Michaelopolis and Gecko's style of play and Force's and Idle's style of play at the beginning. So, to me, an interesting part of the match would be to see Tårry and STeDoS' performances against each other. And Tårry, as compared to STeDoS, seems to be underperforming, which might have tipped the scales in Jinrai's balance.
Yeah. Now, NSF are going full support here. Maybe trying to do something different. Actually, Idle's assault.
Yeah, but they've got the MXs now.
Michael going support as well. And the NSF have been water breaking upon the rocks of Jinrai's defense this game. Not really pushing through with enough force early enough, nor putting enough pressure on Jinrai, and not coordinating their assaults all that well. And Jinrai just having won most engagements.
Yeah, Jinrai have now taken up a solid defensive position on the corridor next to the garage.
At this rate, they can NSF can afford one tie, and then they need to win everything, and they cannot afford to lose. Tårry-san mowing down force fed this time though.
Yeah, this is working out much better for him than his
Michael
M41. The
through
smoke.
a smoke, completely misjudging the fact that he was up against supports.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think the NSF are in a winning position here. Gecko seem to be flanking around their spawn. He's gonna catch out Michael back there probably. Yeah, Michael's gonna get caught out here. Bam. STeDoS now alone in a hostile world.
So this could be the victory NSF are looking for, definitely.
Yeah, Idol's got his eye on STeDoS.
It seemed a tactic of Idol acting as reconnaissance for the heavier NSF team, with him pushing out into T-junction much quicker, picking up the ghost and also calling out positions onto the opposing team.
Yeah, that's probably true. A bigger weakness of the support not being able to see cloaked people and sort of having less awareness is really mitigated by someone holding the ghost.
So
if you know where to look, it's easy to see cloaked people.
Yeah. Could it be time for the NSF comeback?
Yeah, they're gonna have to work hard.
Michaelopolis. No, it's STeDoS now with the support, the only counter against the smokes of the NSF team.
Yeah. NSF actually didn't use a single smoke, I don't think. NSF
Yeah, it was,
sticking with the same loadout.
It was Michaelopolis' own smoke which really tipped it in NSF's favour, not anticipating the two spots to be looking down straight towards him.
Yeah. Idol's actually got an M41 normal.
Map split in half right now. Although, actually, Jinrai moving up to the garage.
Yeah, and Jinrai are leaving the T junction undefended, it seems like. Yeah. Gecko announcing his presence with the smoke in the garage. Two NSF waiting for him. I mean, two Jinrai.
Yeah, one of which is a support. Should be able to see right through it.
Yeah, Idol's climbed up the fence now and is overlooking the courtyard. Mike's... yeah, the Jinrai are just locking down the garage again. With the ghost there.
That smoke maybe to
Oh, Michael's seeing someone.
fool the Jinrai into thinking they're coming from one direction while flanking around to the other. Idols now on the Jinrai side of garage. Gecko still maintaining position on his own side of garage.
Oh, Michael is up against two people here in this doorway.
Grenade goes out.
Oh.
Doesn't quite hit Tårry for a full hit. Tanks the damage.
Michael also took 16 that fight. Gecko's not pushing through his doorway quite yet.
Tårry pre-firing shots as he goes into the garage quite wisely. They're already aware of his position.
STeDoS is throwing a smoke at them.
Smoke goes up, meaning that Idol can't now advance any further.
Gecko announcing his presence to Forest Fed, who's watching the doorway.
Yeah, Gecko stayed in that position for the majority of the match.
Oh, Tårry taking more damage from Mike. Mike down at 10 HP.
Idol's fallen back already.
Oh, STeDoS at 1 HP. Gecko taking down Forest. Forest taking down Idol. With the counter nade. Gecko is pushing out here though. Gets STeDoS and it's retreating. Tårry retreating as well. Michael left alone in garage. That was really close, but with 5 seconds left, Jinrai is gonna win this.
2, 1, and this is certainly looking promising for the NSF team, this tactic so far.
Yeah, Jinrai almost have a lieutenant now though. With Force Fed and Michael really close. Michael getting even closer now, only 2 points away. I'm going to need to go AFK for a sec. Agile, switch in.
Sure.
So at the moment, the passive play of the Jinrai team as they try to tie it out or just acquire the win by timeout has been completely crushed by the aggressive support.
Staying with 2 supports, but now with 1 recon. instead of himself.
Idle moves in fearless into the T-junction. But none of the Jinrai team choosing to go that direction. Michaelopolis taking up a position now at the top of the fence. It's taken significant damage, but so has... Oh, more combat going on at T-junction now. Tårry-san has been put down to 40 HP by Michaelopolis, who is on the fence. The Jinrai team maintaining a position in the garage, 2 of them at least. Yeah, now all the Jinrai team are in the garage. Idle drops a dart on the other side of the fence, netting him not a single kill.
Alright, I'm back.
So now Gecko's... Well, he fell back to his own spawn, and now he's moving back into the main play. Idle's picked up the ghost and now will be calling out the positions, just revealing to his team that the majority, well all in fact, of the Jinrai team are waiting for them in basement. Not basement, garage.
What the NSF could do here, knowing that, is lock down the far door and go for a ghost cat.
Yeah.
If the NSF do it quickly, with Idle just sitting there and his teammates moving over, the Jinrai will have very little time to react. I think Gecko's actually moving over to the other side now, knowing that.
Yeah, I really think a cap could happen, but they have 40 seconds.
Gecko with a smoke on the corner. I mean, if he threw a smoke in that doorway and then just let Idle run for it. Yeah, I think they're going for it. There you go. They're off.
Yeah, Idle needs to hurry
Smoke
up now.
going in as well. Gecko taking him down.
Oh, there we go.
Fucking textbook.
Home run. He's taking his... Yeah, Gecko netting himself some kills just as Idle goes for the cap, which will give all 3 of their players a boost rank.
Yeah, Gecko and Tårry, Lieutenant, Idle, Sergeant.
Is this really going to be a comeback at this late stage?
I'm loving it.
Even if they don't come back, this is beautiful.
Definitely not going down without a fight, yeah. It's pretty incredible.
The support switch really working out for them here, surprisingly.
Fragboy calling out the Ghost Rush on the Twitch channel before it actually happens, quite a long time before it happens.
And that's why you don't camp the garage without the ghost in there. That's why that's a prerequisite for that being a good defensive position.
Yeah.
Idle pushes up with a nade in his hand, throws it towards his own teammate. Oh no, not his own teammate, it's a force fed who pushed up hurriedly.
Oh. That's the smoke saving Idle from Michaelopolis.
Oh man, that was close. Tårry-san now with the PZ firing or suppressing fire into the T-junction. Michaelopolis has fallen back with 31 HP, STeDoS on max
He's going up
HP.
the defense now. He's gonna throw a grenade over it, looks like.
Yeah, but if he gets caught out doing so, which he... Oh no, he puts it away. Creeps up towards the fence.
He's got an angle in support if he looks over the fence here.
But no, he sees Idle instead on the far side.
Idle
At the
really
bamboos.
Tårry going down. STeDoS has 100 HP here. Idle's down at 12 and needs to pull out a tie at least.
Yeah. Michaelopolis falls back, far back, with his 31 HP, consolidating their current player advantage with STeDoS, who's moving back towards him now as well.
And the Jinrai switched the tempo here, actually going on the offensive at the start of the round, and that's what gave them the opportunities they needed. It was still a close fight.
Idle must be feeling immense pressure right now.
Idle doesn't really seem to know where the Jinrai are.
No, but he's got 1 minute and 10 seconds to maybe force a tie at least, maybe even another victory.
Yeah, he's probably gonna either lose this or win this. It's not gonna be a tie considering how close Jinrai are to each other. I'm guessing.
Pushes up slowly towards the garage. Yeah, he's choosing to go that route with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, he seems to think they're in garage. That's where STeDoS killed Tårry from, so not unwarranted, but time's running out quickly.
Ooh. Yeah, that real desire to push out and not let the victory go to the opposing team, but not to just throw yourself into enemy
fucking
fire.
running for it now, it seems. No, he really thinks someone's in garage.
No, he's running through 10 seconds. He's got nothing to lose if he rushes for it, but a lot to lose.
Even if he gets out the door, he's in the wrong position to see them. Oh, STeDoS down at 20.
Oh, the victory goes to Jinrai. Oh,
So
that
close.
was really close. Oh, that is a real shame.
Damn shame.
Jinrai wins 7-4. Almost thought there was going to be a comeback there. Really, almost. I'm disappointed that there wasn't, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was kind of rooting for the underdog team then. But definitely a good game.
Yeah, congrats to Forsvad and Michael and STeDoS.
Yeah, they advance in the tournament. And Gecko's team get demoted into the losers bracket. And as strong as they played now, they might be a significant force in that losers bracket.
Yeah. Forsved's team now facing 4 Georgiamen in the round 4 matches. Quarterfinal equivalent.
That is my game so far, my favourite game so far. That was brilliant.
If you couldn't tell.
Had they actually gotten through with a comeback or gotten it a bit closer, that would have been the best game ever.
Yeah.
I think support is a really good anti-camping class. Because assaults have pretty limited cloak. So thermal vision's actually pretty useful in that case.
Yeah, Michaelopolis commending the opposing team.
Regular and humble Agils, and we'll probably have some post-match interview stuff going on.
I suggest that they do too, but they can't hear me. So they'll be joining us for the post-match interview. All this will be going up on YouTube. You can stick around now and watch the interview, or you can move on to either this server or most likely Rain's server, as that's kind of untouched at the moment, and it's still Euro time, I think. Oh no, it's 11. Jesus, it's later than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
late.
That's what you get with delayed matches. Alright, we've got Gecko and Idle and Force and Tårry in the NeoTokyo channel. How about we join them?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we can just move on.
That's it.
Yeah, it was really tricky. We were constantly trying to come up with a way to counter it, and we finally came down on that sort of two support, 1 assault loadout, which ended up being really effective. Force, that round when you were in the garage, were you sitting on the other side of the tank, in the far
Yeah,
upper
we were
corner?
watching it.
That was a good position.
That was
Yeah.
that was a really good position, because I had the thought that maybe they were doing something cheeky and sitting in the back room since we're on dawn. So I went and cleared that out, but I didn't even think about going on the other way of the tank. And that completely caught me off guard.
It actually won them 2 rounds, I think.
They had really good positions.
Yeah.
That particular flank it didn't nail us the same way, but the way they locked down the garage was amazing.
Yeah. Like
it
I
was-
walk out thinking I'm all sly and shit, and then out of nowhere, this guy.
I was
That
behind
was
one
a
of
nice
the
play.
vans. But yeah, I kind of like to be far enough back that they have to commit to moving in before they know I'm there.
That was a very smart play, because that's totally what we did. When we didn't get immediately shot at when we peeked the entrance, we figured, oh, maybe Maybe they're trying to push or something.
Yeah, I scouted the map like a few days ago and just looked through it and looking for sight lines and stuff. And I found that spot behind the tank. I was like, nobody ever goes back here in pub play, but for a tournament, this is perfect.
Yeah, and it was a good call.
Had you turned right when going out of that back room, Gecko, instead of left, you probably would have been playing still.
It's possible. Was he sitting behind it all the time, or was he
Yeah.
up in it?
He was
Yeah,
fine.
because
Force, did you have certain set plays depending on where the ghost spawned? Like when it was in the garage, for example?
Yeah, we kind of planned that out in advance.
Because it seemed like the Jinrai maybe didn't quite see it the same way. Because that time it was in the garage, you guys were there, you had it locked, and Jinrai were nowhere near it.
yeah, after a while we really wanted to stay out of the garage, considering how it had gone for us. In the first round, though, we went for the ghost in the garage, which played out fairly well.
I'm kind of interested in, or shit, I might be crashing here.
Well, that's...
Well, he was interested in something.
Yeah, something was interesting.
Yeah, something was really interesting. I'm back.
Go on.
The round Gecko's team got the cap for us. You were camping in the garage again, but the ghost wasn't there with you. Did you realize that?
Yeah,
Like, did you realize how vulnerable you were sitting in there?
that was a brain fart on my part. I should have been covering from spawn. Covering their backs from spawn. Towards the server room. That's where I would have ideally been, I think.
Alright.
I just want to commend you, Idle, on when your two teammates were support. I don't think that would have nearly been as effective if it wasn't for your really quite useful reconnaissance. You picked up the ghost as well as pushed into positions like the T-junction well before your teammates did.
He did a very good
really
job.
don't think the support rush and the aggressive support would have worked without that. So
it was
that
a,
was
a
really
really
good to see.
interesting play, yeah. Before that, we both went, what was it? Like, it was 2 supports and 1 assault, and I was thinking I should stick with that because I got motion vision, and that's like hack vision. But it worked out in the end. We didn't even know that the ghost would be there. The speed of the recon really played it through.
Yeah, that was a great cap. And I really thought at that point where you got the lieutenant statuses that it would be in the bag.
Yeah,
But
I thought we had a really good shot there, but I gotta commend the other team for definitely changing it up that last round and
Yeah, they played well.
rushing T-junction so hard.
Well, it was always
So-
going to happen.
I came over that hill, and I saw, because I had thermal vision on, and I saw small specks moving around in T-junction. I was like, wait a second, that couldn't possibly be, and then I was dead.
yeah, Force,
I knew we had to
led
run.
that charge. Then Force, that was really impressive.
Yeah, that was good. I knew we had to win by a rush after a while, because just dragging it out for so long was wearing on us.
Yeah, definitely.
The nature
Scared
of the
the
game
hell out
mode
of me.
means if you go behind a few rounds, you need to change it up really quick. You can't wait till you're down 4 rounds or 5 rounds, because by then it's too late, especially against good players like Force, Mike, and STeDoS, because they're going to figure out,
tried.
if they don't figure out the first round or the second round or the third round what you're doing, they're going to figure out the 4th or the 5th round, and when it's match point, it's too late.
I think we were basing our strategies to begin with on what we saw in their previous game. They went for a lot of fast pushes with over the fence and stuff.
Yeah, I think our main mantra, and maybe our downfall to some respect, is that we did not want to stay in one place for too long at all, regardless if we had a really good setup. Especially in the garage, we wanted to try moving around.
You're playing to
Taxi.
the plebs in the grandstands, eh?
I'm not sure
We
what
just-
that means, but that's possible.
Like the fans, John. You were playing for the
No,
fans.
strategically it makes sense too.
It was
I'm not
so
sure about that.
heart-wrenching to see those final seconds of the match, Idle, as you pushed in.
Dude, if I had a
Just
little
in
bit more
time.
time,
Oh,
I could have tied it out.
You should
Yeah,
have.
it
You should
was-
have heard. You shall hear the mumble conversation going on at that point, where 10 seconds. Like we decide that if nothing's happened in 10 seconds, if he hasn't caught anyone, just gonna go for it and try to cap someone.
Right, no. You said in 10 seconds, and I went at 12 seconds, and I should have went at 14.
It broke my heart to see you advance so slowly through the garage when you
Yeah,
did
it was really difficult to
I had
watch
12
that.
Yeah,
health,
because
I had
STeDoS had
nothing
pulled
else.
way back by that point because we were like, okay, we have a lead. We need to sit on Ghost for now.
Yeah.
And I was telling STeDoS to watch Spawn because that's what I was expecting, the super flank from that way.
But you were so tentatively moving through garage, and it was, I mean, yeah, fair enough. You seemed convinced that there might have been someone on that route, or at least in garage. But
be
it was
honest,
difficult to see
sort of
flicking through.
the slow movement there was partly, in this case, then my fault, because I called that we should. When we got in that position, we had idle left at a very low health, and 2 left on the other team. We had about over a minute left, if not a minute 40. So I figured for a while we'd play it fairly slow and try to, perhaps we'd hit them somewhere where they weren't expecting it, and we could catch one of them. But then, as it grew closer to the end, we started to realize that we had to make. They'd probably gotten a really good position somewhere. We had to push out there. When that gunfire went off in the last couple seconds of the match, and everything goes quiet in the mumble, I'm just closing my eyes and
Praying to Raptor Jesus.
yeah.
Man, one more clean bullet hit from an MX would have torn him to shreds.
Seriously, I saw Michaelopolis' gun just fly everywhere, trying to look for me. He's like, "Where the fuck is this guy?"
I think we were
That was
shooting at
awesome.
Tårry, right?
Was it
Tårry
Tårry?
was dead at that point.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you must have been super anxious in those last few seconds, Michaelopolis, as you heard gunfire going off. It's been quite a fright. But yeah, that was difficult to watch. And I was at that point unashamedly rooting for your team, to be honest, because it looked like such a promising comeback, and it would have been incredible.
Yeah.
But it was a brilliant match, regardless.
ForceFed
Yeah,
stole
very good.
Jinrai sluts from me. I'm gonna have to hand it over.
Does the right go to him now?
Yeah.
Head on over to Red Light to pick up the gear.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all banner ads now.
Well, maybe
He's
you'll
gonna
get the
move it to
videos
YouTube.
working properly.
Well, ladies and
It's on
gentlemen, I
Ogre.
believe this is the death of NeoTokyo.
Yeah.
It's been a good one.
Yeah, Idol killed NeoTokyo.
No, I think Force killed it.
That was a fun knife round too.
Yeah, it was. That
Oh,
ping
yes.
is
That was a good round.
That
yeah.
clutch by STeDoS was brilliant. Getting
1
two of
HP
you.
left.
I
Yeah.
got the victory music mixed up, so I thought we'd lost. And you can't really read the white on white.
I feel like I should have practiced my data steal knife for a while before.
I don't think there's any fixing that.
Well, I've gotten used to the rain server knife, and I know with the ping, it's nearly impossible, at least if they're moving not in a straight line,
yeah.
to catch them out. I feel like if we'd had Jinrai colors, things may have gone a bit differently.
The
I
morale
thought
would
Idol
be...
was going to clutch the knife round.
You didn't manage to get me even close to hype enough Idol this round.
Really?
Yeah.
You're on Adderall?
Yeah, I take methamphetamines, but that's unrelated.
Oh.
But yeah, I know we've already said it, but very good game. And congratulations to the opposing team. You played very
yeah.
well.
Very, very well. Unexpected.
So,
Thank you.
Mike, how do you feel against your opponent team next bracket? Or next tier?
Is that
Next
It's
year, yes.
for Georgeman.
for Georgeman? Yeah.
See,
I don't know. I'm gonna have to rewatch that match with him in a stealth. See what you're talking about, Archibald going rage mode.
Yeah, Archibald looked like the big threat that match.
Man, that guy was in the zone.
Yeah, he played a lot better against Fort Georgeman than he did against Snarla.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed for Stealth. I would have been really frustrated if I was in his position, because Stealth is a good player, and it was so easy to see the mistakes he was making.
Well, that's out of the world. Anyone else here in the moment? Even the uninvited guest?
Hey, I
Who
was
wants
in the
to say
channel
anything?
all along. Screw you.
I'm hoping to get STeDoS in here. He'll be in a sec.
I thought you were going to drag the superstars out of the stands with the fans into the casters channel with the elite, but you didn't.
No, we don't like you plebs. You're below us now.
Well, I
Spectators.
felt the tactical analysis some points during the commentary could have, well,
Yeah?
Could have needed a spider touch, is what you're saying.
I don't know. Well, there were certain things that seemed obvious to me that weren't getting said, but I suppose everyone views it differently and focuses on different things.
Yeah. I'd like to point out... Oh, STeDoS is here. Before he says something.
Here we go.
Here
Sorry.
we go. Hey, STeDoS. I'd
Put
like
in
to
the
point
wrong
out,
number.
Spader, that I called out exactly what Gecko was gonna do with the smoke and everything before he did it. The entire ghost cap. So, Terry, well played.
Thank you.
Well, Terry, yeah, good, well played, but I was looking at STeDoS when I said your name, really. STeDoS, well played. I like the shotgun kill you got on Gecko.
Thanks.
I was grateful for that.
Oh, I was. That was the part in the match where my heart was going in overdrive, and the moment I started rounding that corner into the spawn, I realized, oh right, I'm on data steal. He's gonna round it quicker than me, and he has a shotgun. And then my head was gone.
That was the point where the Genrai took the lead, I think.
Yeah, that
2-1.
was I was really hoping he had wandered off somewhere and forgotten about the ghost.
I had a bad feeling you were like around the corner, so
Yeah, STeDoS pulled off a nice... He was at the wrong door when you were going in, Gecko, but he turned around and just ran for it. Managed to catch you there.
Yeah.
How did you guys see STeDoS in the van?
yeah.
That was Terry who saw him.
How?
I was behind him, and he was just
Okay.
moving around in it.
Yeah, it's really hard to discipline yourself to stay totally motionless.
We wall hack, pretty much. That's what we want to say.
Yeah, that helped a lot too.
I'm just glad the points turned up. Like 4v7 is not that bad compared to what it would have been.
A close game.
That one would have stung.
Yeah, it's too bad it took you so long to turn it around.
Yeah, but it was more exciting that way.
Hey, and you got a grenade kill over the fence, didn't you?
I was just gonna mention that.
Oh,
yeah.
I was really glad when I
Freaking
saw
grenade
that.
kills.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
I think I was screaming over that.
Yeah, like the fact that the delay on it actually worked in my favor, I was really happy about.
There's always a big mind gaming part about those cross grenade maps when people know about them.
Usually only with yourself, though. Which is the horrible truth of it. Oh, well, STeDoS is here, so I might as well say to him as well, very well played.
Thank you. You too.
You too.
Okay.
You played well too, Snow.
Did I? Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta go check
guess.
that out.
Probably.
Make sure that you shout out Jinrai Sluts a lot.
The fans do appreciate the commentary and the streaming, as always. Thank you. I think there was 16 of us or something watching it.
Yeah, there was.
Really?
Well, there's 18 still watching. There was 20 for quite a significant part of it.
Oh.
I got a few Steam messages from my fans, or I'm sorry, customers.
Idle, I'd like to talk to you about the payment we're receiving later when we're off the air.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I guess we should thank the people watching as well for sticking around, even though we had, as we always do, some trouble scheduling the match.
An hour delay, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, and I hope
Can
it
we
was
blame Terry's
entertaining.
ISP?
Yes, I think we can. Terry,
It's,
what's your ISP, and we'll shit on it on the night.
no. What's it called? I don't remember it.
Unidentifiable
Bride
Norwegian
or something.
IP
So,
can go
whatever
fuck
he
itself.
said, we're officially on them.
Yes.
In fact, we may as well
Basically-
just carpet bomb it and say all of Norway.
A subsidiary of AT&T.
Oh, so Devil? Satan himself? Well, either way, glad you got it working. Now, instead of sitting here in awkward silence, I'm thinking about just rounding this off, so if anyone has something you want to say, this is probably the time.
No, I'm actually just dual-face pissed off. I'm gonna get streaking and just run down this fucking street. I'm tired of this. I hate
Let
this shit.
us hear
Make a
your
vlog.
angriest shout.
Make a vlog, yes.
Idle, I want to see a mad vlog when you're shouting out in the parking lot.
GenRaiSluts.org. That's GenRaiSluts.org. Don't forget the dash between
sluts,
the
yes.
Genrai and sluts.
No, don't promote it anymore because it belongs to ForceFed.
Oh, right, that's right. Don't go there. It's a terrible
I'm gonna start
site.
NSF Pimps and we're gonna actually get this shit going.
NSFPimps.com. That's NSFPimps.com.
Wasn't it NSF
Okay.
Punks? Is it NSF Pimps now?
I think it's
Pimps, man.
Why wasn't I informed?
Punks don't own sluts.
No, hunks. HUNKs.
Hunks? That just sounds weird.
Isn't Afro the original certified NSF pimp?
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to protect my trademark here.
That's right, I forgot about that. I forgot about the video that I made about you.
Well, I'm
care
here to
of
rhyme. By the way, of course, now that I've got the opportunity to mention it, go make sure to watch NSF Gold Value Pimp Afro on Genrai Slut specifically. It's one of the better videos on there. That's Afro
I thought it was
Gold
one of the
Star
worst ones, actually.
Valued NSF Pimp.
The death metal kitten vlog's the best.
Creator rarely views his best work in the same light as the fans.
Well, alright, that's it. Thank you for listening, guys.
That's
We're
it.
tuning
Good
out
game,
here.
everyone.
See you next time.
GG.
Be nice to each other.